If you have your world boss team, you can probably just, honestly swap it out for Matcha, then you should be fine as well. Hello, ChaoShaoBao, and today we have another ChaoTime. So, I recently made a video about the cordyceps and the white truffle gate of trials, so you can watch that if you are still interested in doing those. However, today we have some new events, so the Matcha event's going to be the main one, and then we have our easy peasy. So, easy peasy, they did make a typo, and so there's not going to be a limited edition skin, unfortunately. So if you want to get these swim rings, I'm assuming, from stages, so like for example if you go to a hard stage, then you sweep it a couple of times, then you will get these 1 to 3, probably 1 to 2 maybe, swim rings. So that's easy peasy, and so I'm going to explain this, but first let's get this other small thing out of the way. We do have a drink and sing summon event if you don't have Milt or Toso, but the rates are actually still 3.01, so it's really not worth it for competitive players. So Matcha. Is Matcha good? Should I go for Matcha? In the future, there's going to be one event for Persimmon's Cake, and in that event, basic attack damage will do a lot more damage than skill damage will. So, in order for you to use this to your advantage, you need to silence your own food souls, and it's exactly what his basic skill does. Matcha will silence one food soul and increase its attack speed for 15% for 5 seconds. Now this is very good for the event, however after the event, Matcha is going to become a collector and he's not going to do very much for your team. It is completely up to you. I highly suggest you to go into the CN wiki link that I'll leave in the description to see the Persimmon's Cake event. Persimmon's Cake is still a ranking unit, but it's going to be very difficult without Matcha if you decide to go for him. Other than that, Matcha is a pretty interesting buffer. His energy skill does a lot of damage to your own food souls, but it also gives him a lot of attack, so it's a double-edged sword. Other than that, Matcha is going to be really collection, so I'm only going to go for base personally. Now, how to rank. So we have these total points rewards, so your 5% get 5 star, 15% get 4 star, and then everyone else gets embers, and then your total damage, top 1% gets frame, everyone in the top 50% get the Ava. In order for Gate to get 3 stars, you're going to have to get at least 8200 points. Now I'll leave Sniper's calculator, or like Sniper's reskinned calculator, in the description below as well, so you can enter how much damage you deal, enter how many crystals are you willing to spend, and then it'll calculate for you whether you're able to hit your benchmarks or not. As long as you know how many crystals you need to get your benchmark, you can spend them on the first day or on the last day. And so I'm going to spend all of my crystals on the last day, just to make sure that I get the max amount of damage with the best team that I can through experimenting. Now, the boss is going to be Aizen. Right now I'm using my Candy Cane. She's going to be healing, and she also is going to have the most attack. You want to make sure that your healer has the most attack, or that someone with charm immunity has the most attack. I'll get into it later, but just keep that in mind. I'm going to get my Cordy. He's a really good buffer. I did not get him to tier 3. Remember, if you do want to get him to tier 3, that would be his best node. I want my Martini, attack speed, damage boost, bleed, damage, and then invincibility. Cool. Kapishi, energy, damage. Okay, so DJ actually said that if you don't use the first node, you get more damage. Since they're invincible to charm anyway, I'm just gonna keep that node empty. Alright, it's very interesting. Shout out to DJ for figuring that out. And then for Rum, I'm gonna use this heal block one. You'll see why later, but let's go into the Matcha events. Alright, fight. So, we're doing great damage. He is falling in health. I think 1% is like 50k damage, so you can use that as a benchmark, and then keep on. Your damage will increase with every milestone. You can read the rules, and all the details are in the calculator from Snipey as well. So you can see here we have an AOE, and as well as that, I believe if they show, yeah, so you see Candy Cane got charmed there. The way Aizen works is that every 15 seconds the highest attack ally gets charmed, and so you can cleanse this, which is really nice, and you can also cleanse the bleed. So for Aizen tips in general, you need to bring a cleanser. It'll really help. Cordyceps actually cleanses as well on his basic skill, so he's really good for this. He's going to cleanse both the charm as well as the bleed, and the attack speed decrease. The attack speed decrease is also extremely annoying, so just keep those all in mind when you're dealing with this. Now, the other thing, since Candy Cane will be charmed most likely because she has the most attack, I want to heal block Aizen. Now this is just me personally. Just don't care about this if you're not going to use a healer for your most attack, but it would help just a little bit since I know that Candy Cane would heal Aizen for a lot if I didn't have that heal block. If you don't want to use your healer for the highest attack, then you can also do like Turkey, someone with charm immunity, so that whenever he gets charmed, it'll have the charm effect be immune for him. Okay, so we do 5.8 mil. I think the benchmark is like 6.3 mil for 41 points. So maybe we'll get there, probably not. But yeah, as far as I know, you do not need a tank. There might be some instances in the like later in the game, since not later in the game, but later in the round, because Aizen does get stronger after a while, so he might be able to deal enough basic attacks to where your Rum dies or whatever, who's never in front. So you may want to bring a tank if you're like lower level, but if you're high level and you have good ascendant stars and you have double healer or single healer or whatever, you should be fine. Yeah. So recap: you want to bring cleanser, highest attack be a healer, and then you want to bring DPS. That's it. So if you have those three things, then you should be absolutely fine for the battles. And then again, if you can whale if you want and do all of that good stuff to get higher in the rankings. But honestly, Matcha after this Persimmon's cake event is going to be so useless, like it'll just stay in the corner. But he is cute, I will say. Also, ×1 speed might help. So like with ×1 I got down to like 85, 88. Usually on ×2 I get only like 88 as you saw. So make sure you try ×1 if you're like super close to the new benchmark for more points. So we're gonna go Yuki Z. I think I already got them, didn't I? I did not expect Matcha to come so early. Yeah, that's okay. None of us did. Honestly, they didn't even give us an announcement, but it's okay. Yuki Z. How shout out. I love you, bro. What's the 50? The fridge. Ooh, they look cool. Alrighty. And then they have all their green food. They have cloud tea. Oh my god. Wow. Okay, I'm jealous. I want my fried chicken. It's okay. Alright. I think that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Good luck. I will see you next time. Ciao.